Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And we are underway on a Monday night. Taking about 7 yards deep. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25.
To score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you guys going to have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Complete to David.
The end result.
Get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
3 yards.
So I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the...
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's 2nd and 8. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
McFarland running out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
3rd down and 3.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Jackson on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing is Jackson. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You're going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And his throw here is incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cook. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Now it's Carson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Chris Carson.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
Out of the gun now on third down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Intercepted. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
First quarter with the score Riverhawks 7, Seahawks nothing.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That's caught inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. 15 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
They begin the drive with McFarland. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow. Football is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
9 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
It's a gain of
23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now here's a throw. It's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
At the 19-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw again. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
And long.
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at them right now and say, let's get away from them entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you're calling before and realize it hasn't worked so well. And maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Jackson from the shotgun. This one complete to Gafford. The 20. And touchdown. Rico Gafford, 65 yards. And his guys are going to retake the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it.
And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Jackson. That's into the hands of Garfield, complete. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14.
14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. We were down there. That message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. But it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson is going to let this go for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Hill, the intended receiver once again. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Jackson will get this one to McFarland over the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They pick up 12 on the play, and the chains move.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Patterson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39. From the gun, Jackson. A quick slant to Hill. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Jackson. That's complete. It's Anthony McFarland. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
On 2nd down, here's the option. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he's into the end zone for a receiving touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And his guys are going to take the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And the Seahawks first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
It's a gain.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back to throw now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On play action, they'll throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. On first down, Carson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He was 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously cost one.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
They'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete. Had the pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Taking it about the 16. It'll be 37 yards there on the play. And that will come the offense as they take over.
1st down and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real. After having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
That one a first down pickup of 8. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll try and run it. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Again, McFarland. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy, sometimes having to hang out all day.
He can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They get the sack on the blitz, but it was 3rd and inches. Are you surprised like I am they weren't running the football there?
I'm right there with you. I would have thought it worst. Quarterback sneak, try and pick up the first down and move on. But instead, I think they thought they could catch him by surprise and maybe hit something deep.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
No, I tell you that.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here.
And my goodness, another interception. Jalen Thompson picks it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
32-yard line.
On the ground, it's McFarland.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
They run the option on 2nd down.
Quick pass out to Miller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards, a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. And just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Back at the 43-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On is the punter, Scott, here as he gets this one away.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a dump off here complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
17 yards. First down, Seahawks.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Marcus Davenport able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw here. He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his route so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Escaping the pressure right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. And it's third down. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Amari Cooper there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. On second down, McFarland. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. There's Jackson on third and long. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Buying time to his left. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's second.
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Jackson. Gets this one to him. And one whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Jackson on first down. This is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
He was covered by Jamal Adams.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Jackson. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football,
yeah,
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, but now I'm listening to you.
So for the home team here, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching.
Second nature, it's automatic. You fools hurt. Jesus will. Take another L. Designer on me, this they new Chanel. This that splash.